Yeah, you guys are at that weird part of YouTube again, cell phone video, no good lighting, no good audio, but who cares? This book I'm gonna review to you today is called Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. To me, this book is fucking glorious. Even if you ain't gonna finish this book, I think if you're a writer, you should pick this up, at least to digest the sentences, digest the structure, and learn a little bit about a new style of writing that's actually pretty creative, pretty freaking cool. One of the things I really like about this book is it focuses a lot on pre-colonial Africa. For the majority of this book, most reviewers only talk about the last quarter of the book maybe. The majority of this book, he talks about life before white people started coming in. They even have like jokes, inside the book, like, oh, I heard that there were even white men out in the world. There's many different tribes or whatever, but this book is great. It really gives you kind of a dive into the culture of one tribe. And this is a fictional novel. It's not necessarily a historical document. It's not a history book per se. But the author, this was written in the 1950s. The author wasn't really that far removed from when people first started coming to Nigeria, when people from different countries first started coming. This book, once again, I can't even express enough how much I like this book. Things Fall Apart. One of the things that was really interesting to me, at least, was about how the tribe's culture was depicted. It's not, like Avatar, the natives are right and the foreigners are wrong necessarily. Okonkwo's tribe was not perfect. There was a lot of sexism in the tribe. Okonkwo had multiple wives, which was the custom back then. Very, very violent society. I wouldn't say it's as violent as the European society that came in later in the book, but for me at least, as a black person who doesn't know a lot about Africa, it's really, really, really cool to kind of read something like this and get like a new perspective, or any perspective on what people were doing prior to colonization. I think, yeah, I guess I gotta go in a little bit into Okonkwo's character. One of the things that was cool about him is he was very much a man of the tribe. He really believed in strength. He believed in, he was a warrior. He, even in his tribe, like, the culture of the tribe is, very sexist, very, 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 very macho. But Okonkwo was even a step further than most of the people in his tribe. He was less open to the new religion that white people came in trying to bring in, less open to the new systems of government, less open to their ideas. He thought it was a damn shame that people were coming in basically spitting on his God, spitting on his culture, but he came in and he fought throughout the book. Here's the spoiler. Ultimately, Okonkwo ended up killing himself. It's sad, but what happened was he thought that people were finally gonna stand up and rebel against the Christians, the white people that were coming into his tribe and trying to basically take over, basically tell them what to do, how to do things, disrespect their gods. They were having a meeting about it, and a messenger came in after arresting him and all the other noblemen in his village, and he killed one of them. I know that sounds pretty harsh, but once again, it's the culture of the tribe that we're talking about. And when he saw that instead of his people rising up with him, they all fell back like cowards, in his opinion. And after that, being such a man of that culture, such a man of that tribe, feeling such shame in his heart about the way people were acting, saying they were acting like girls, blah, 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 you know. He finally offed himself. And shoot. This book is really good for a variety of reasons. I'm going to leave this YouTube video with a little clip of an interview, I believe it was on PBS NewsHour, that the author talked about why he thinks the story resonates. He was coming in thinking that it was going to just be about Africa, but people from all over the world related to it. But things fall apart for me. 5 out of 5 stars. It's one of the greatest books I ever read, and I strongly recommend that you read it as well. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Please comment. I love hearing from y'all, so write me back. This is my first YouTube video, at least doing this type of thing. Anyways, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.
Some of the things readers from abroad said to me, that they find something in this book which resonates with their own history. People in different places. An example is a school, a class in a women's college in Korea. This whole class wrote to me many years back because they just read Things Fall Apart. And what they said was, it's our history, their own.
Even Korean. These are
Even
Koreans.
Korean, yes. And went on to explain, that they were colonized by the Japanese, and for them that was enough. And so there must be things that are universal in the human story, which one can use, one can hit upon in telling your own peculiar story, the local and the universal.